Right, I'm ready to talk. Hello. I'm still waiting for the Twitch page to show the game, but hello there, I'm UnPigeon. And I'll be running Dangerous Patche-san Soakochento Isho Orientalion, which is a Toho project fan game by UTG Software, and is an action platformer with better puzzle elements. There's plenty of difficulty levels. My estimate may be a bit high, so there might be a few fun things to show off after the run. We'll be running on, I guess, normal, but became neutral today. We're doing any percent, so for the any percent, we are going to go get only bronze or silver medal best, and we will not be doing the extra stage, so stage 6. And yeah, the goal is just to get to the end of stage 5 as quickly as possible. I have no idea how the countdown will go, so I will be ready to do one now. And we'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So we will the story where the Scarlet Devil Mansion has disappeared, so actually Knowledge has decided to join forces with Suwako Bolia, who just passed by, and we are going to solve the mysteries by knowing who the culprit is behind. So this game is an action 2D action platformer with a few puzzle elements, and for this we have different kinds of weapons. So Patchouli has weapons based on magic and the different elements. So we have fire, earth, as well as water, Patchouli with us, and wood, like wood, or plants. So Patche compared to Swaggle can hover if we maintain the jump button. So very often we'll be mostly using her because of this, and for another specialty that she has with her earth weapon. But we'll see a little bit of Suaku as well. So being efficient here will be knowing how to cycle through the weapons as quickly as possible, just to make sure that we can hit the targets or destroy the blocks when needed. So there's a bit of, you know, quote-unquote menu management, even though there is no menu in all of this. And in normal, we don't have to be afraid that much. It's like the standard normal mode. There's not much scary thing going on. But an aspect to know about is that the game has a kind of internal global timer within level. So when the level is loaded, this does set a certain behavior for the fairy enemies, especially the first one that appear on the stage. So depending on how I enter a stage, their movement will be slightly altered. So now we are coming to the first boss, so the ice fairy Chirno, which is not much of a threat. So first of all, we'll be using the earth weapon because it cancels everything. Then we do a little setup to just being able to bump on the head, so we can just quickly this very quickly. We'll try to do this on this spell as well, and it's around. That is stage 1. So barely missing the marks for the 8,000. 8,000 being the goal for getting a silver or getting over chest. But usually it's like the score that will go better, go higher before. So now we do a quick jump to avoid being blocked by the enemies and switch to the wood weapon to activate the switch to prepare the activation and switch later on. This game is the normal difficulty is not too much of a maze. It's overall pretty straightforward. I need to move to the left there because otherwise the switch is deloaded and I cannot make use of it. We also have these tiny puppets that we can control a bit everywhere. They will do a follow movement up until one block away, so I don't want to go too far and try to manipulate them, so I can get a bit more efficiently to where I need to go, just to collect the items I need to have. Also loading very quickly the weapon there to be able to catch on all those enemies. Now, those 4 regular enemies on the top, if I go there in a very good stretch, I can just one-shot everyone just with one. That's a bit unfortunate. Pretty nice combo still, only one missing. and it does go by very quickly, so it's kind of difficult to explain. We are just tuning the switches and all the enemies everywhere. Also need to use the water weapon for once with service block. Now first usage of Sudoku, which is the only one that can use iron legs to destroy these yellow blocks everywhere. We also switch to this as well, do a little somersault, and do a little hover with the ring weapon. So it does conserve the horizontal momentum, but we will be able to slightly hover, but not infinite hovering like Patche does. So it is used very well in the master difficulty, which is leagues beyond what we can see here, and is much more inspired by UnPigeonVoyageur, the guy type fun games or performance. But this man, I always praise UTG software because I did run the second game of that series, which also has this aspect of UnPigeonVoyageur, the guy aspect forming on the final difficulty, except in a much more simpler aspect. And if he has a gimmick in mind, even though however simple it is, he will use the level design to its utmost capacity just to make sure he will have gotten everything right with the gimmicks. But actually that first fairy to the right did spawn very low. This is one of the things, so maybe caused by the fact that I was not able to get rid of all those yellow enemies earlier. So this is one aspect that can happen. It can be possible to skip a platform there, but very difficult to do so. Also, getting inside of one tile without touching anything is also almost impossible to do. Also, I've learned since the last marathon that I did to get a breathe, oxygen, so I should not be asphyxiating myself while doing some commentary there. Also, we have a chest there for the secret hunters. But at the end, also right, I kind of forgot about this. But that's how commentary goes, you know. It's not like I prepared any commentary or anything. But so far, even though it seems a bit more open, we are still pretty much in a straight line where we have to find the good keys to be able to open the doors. So in the end, it still stays very, very simple for a normal difficulty. The hyper adds a little bit more difficulty, and the another mode is where the save spawns are useful. So this game has 100 save files, and they're used for a good reason, is that in another difficulty and the master difficulty, it's possible to be softlocked because you did not solve the key rhythm of the stages, which means that at some point you might need to be able to go back a few stages behind. So if they are needed to jump just to get the key. So a bit late there, but that's okay, we gradually run. We will be bothered by those fairies afterwards, since we won't jump up at one platform. And that area was accidental, but in the end I did catch up that Green Kedama to be able to jump to that platform very quickly, so that's okay, yeah. So now upon reaching the second boss, Koishi. She's not too much scary either, so she did move a little, like about halfway through HP. I also forgot to jump, but that's okay, we came in time inside. Now we have a second non-spare, so again, pretty much the same. She might prove the second time, yeah, but not scary. Now this spell is a fixed pattern upon where she will be moving and how those bullet will spawn, but in the end, pretty cool. Not too much of a trouble so far. So thank you for the good job. It's always a pleasure. Now when I submitted this, it was like a run from 2 years ago. It was only 24 or something, I believe, for the record. And today I got a 22, so indeed we might have a fair bit of time upon us. So here I need to do a little my press for the jump. Otherwise I will not be able to just get the ceiling to jump on that small one enemy in front of me. Because when you have one tile above, it also means that you can just jump on them, bounce on them automatically. We got a bit of delay, so there'll be a bit of desync with the laser later on, especially in the big screen to the right. So not too bad at first, but we'll see. I might have to wait on autocycle to be able to bounce upon them, just to skip a bit of platforming. But yeah, using the ceiling just makes me able to have less airtime to do the needs of bouncing. Those platforms were pretty good. I don't think the platforms are affected by the global in-out cycle of these levels, but who knows. Now if I go very far to the left, couldn't quite get the double, but that's okay. Now we just hold 2 times to get the both switches. Now we do the switch, another switch and jump to be able to open the lower that down and open the path to get that either. And now we need to do a little bit of snipe shot to get to that one switch. That's pretty good so far. A bit of waiting there, that's okay. If we were in 100%, we would have to switch the Subaco to that door to be able to do a somersault to reach a special chest that is only open by the jump height of Subaco, as well as the what also goes to the spike, and be able to get to that chest. Also, touching a spike, which is also hitting the floors of the surrounding of these screens, actually spells disaster, so it does 10 damage and you have to restart on the latest save point, which means when entering a room, it's either a door or one of the small doors fed with the truth. Switching to the bomb to snipe that bomb to be able to open that door quickly, and now just a little bit of waiting with that bomb as well, using one of spell to be able to catch those enemies from underground, just in order to be disabled of being bumped, going one time a bit over to there just to be able to use those overblocks not destroyed as a platforming step to be able to continue. And already on the third boss. Now I can breathe a little because it's a bit of bouncy time, we just have to shoot the now, and now I can breathe. So those spells are inspired by the spell cards of the Suaco character in Mountain of Faith. But there is none for Patche, so because initially the Moria Notali series is based on the Suaco character, so whenever there's like spells that recalls one of these, it's either it will be very often there. Now for this spell, so Satori will just be moving 4 times every time she do a phase of shooting, so it's better there to just use the flamethrower, which has a much higher range. And now we'll be arriving to Valley Confita with Cispoda Celestis. So it's the name of the song, so I think it's inspired by Cispoda Magica from the Majoka Magica OP that I've never watched. So I don't have that reference either, but I just know that this exists. And you saw the thing I used. So flamethrower there, switching immediately to the shot a bit early. And now, oops, it's unfortunate. But to focus on talking. That's what happened when commentary. Okay. Yeah, because of this I have to redo everything, so just a second. Yeah, what happens? There's also a chest hidden below. Oh, it's okay. I guess we won't get like a 23, so yeah, that's fine. We will still be under rest. Now I have to jump with just oh, nice bounce. So this is another desync of the series. Usually I won't be bouncing on them, they'll be at the lower level. So sometimes I just have to use an earth spell attack to just prevent me from touching one whenever. Using the fire there just to prepare for the next room, and jumping there just to hold for the hover, so I don't have any issue later on. It's a lot of holding the jump button, but very easy, at a nice placement. And now if everything goes right, this section is always the same, just need to wait a little to be able to jump on that ferry. And I'm pretty sure that sometimes I just almost lose the language, but don't worry about it. It's okay, just have a lot of talking to do. This section is pretty much the same as well, just is a little bit too early over the bounce around. Okay. So the global cycle only affects the first enemies that spawn in, but the last enemies always appear the same way on the stage, so those aren't affected really by that. I won't be able to catch on that, so I have to try this. Okay, I have to wait very long time. Don't jump. Always jump there. Glad I did not jump this time. Now just doing a little bit of push forward the block, just to collect those keys. We don't need all those keys to be able to access the next area to unlock the boss path. And yes, we do have peaches as spawns over there. I'll hold. Don't go too early, otherwise I will just take those spikes in the face. Wait there, because it's safety. And now just collect that key through. Hold before landing on the ground, and I will be not able to pass this. I will just take some safety left. Now we go down just to collect that key. Now we try to see through the wheels of the ferries how this goes. Only bumping it once, so that's okay. Now we jump to get to the platform, hover a little to try and land perfectly. Prepare the fire next to blow up the bomb that is on this. Very nice. And now we can just go through and get to the boss. Waiting a little to be able to bounce out that orange Kedama. A bit early there for the bounce, but it's okay. Not too much of an issue. And now we can just fly through the Bowser stage. So now I must say that these blocks are actually a use. But in this difficulty they don't have quite the use you would think about, because they don't really are useful for anything really. It's a bit unfortunate that she lost go this side, but at least we're able to catch on, so that's okay. If I'm able to do this... Okay. The jumping sometimes is pretty difficult. I'm glad she did the jump very well. Okay. And now we are on the final, so I just stay over there and she will just go over there. Nice. And we just finish off. So now because we are on normal or in hyper, we are able to do this. Otherwise on another end, Master Ball, there is an boss rush as well. Boss rush is also another difficulty for the sub bosses. Comparing the green for this. Boss rush, they have a surprise for higher difficulties. Just like this controller. Now the Doom phase, we just need to hope we can pass through easily. It's kinda difficult, especially the first section, because if you take one shot you just get overhit and go back to the beginning. But the second section is a bit easier to do, because it's not the same thing. But it took a bit of delay, this will desync a bit of a failing movement later on. This middle door leads to mid-boss, for fact. It's just a knowledge that exists. There are mid-bosses on stage 3 to 5, but not in normal difficulty. As for the chest, so we have seen a couple of chests. The chests are present in each of the rooms, so whatever the size they are. Now onto the E room. Need to get there just to collect one key, so that's a green key over there. Green key which will give access to the red key to go down, and now we go back to the E room. So if we were in the correct cycle, that ferry over there would go down and be threatening our way. Okay, so now we have the stairs. We have to be careful on that first ferry. They can be on a very bad spot. So just taking a flamethrower just in case. Now I'm waiting a little tiny bit just to be able to get to that one. And now E for the last time. relatively easy for a good reason. Not just 2 of 1. And now we can get to the access to the second section of this. Just waiting there for the platform. We can go there if it goes back, but if it goes forward, we're okay to go. No problem. Now I will just be careful with these phases, because if those 2 blocks get destroyed, I will just get crushed and have to be reset to the beginning of the volume. So just hold that there. It's okay. You can just fly through. We just need to get that key there, and now we have to do all the way back of that second section, just to be able to pass through. Now if we're in a good cycle, nice. You can just jump once and go through this armada of bullets. Not much of an issue. We have to slightly go to the right there. Second time we'll have to be able to dodge this. And if I was right, I'll be hit on the second set of stairs if I was not quick enough. But I was too slow, so I got hit there first. Safety, holding. Now this problem has a special toll that is not noticeable because I will obviously dodge it. And it's the next piece there. I have to wait there because those cyan kedanas will just hit me right into the hole. So I will have to take damage and be forced to be locked out. Now switching to green just to be able to at least get to touch this. Usually I would go for the one that's covered up. Holding up just to not get hit by those one of those 2 top levels. And there's only 2 turn best after this, so now I have to delay a little bit my jump just to be able to access that platform and get to the double jump on the Kedama, taking a little bit of deboost just to get a bit further in quickly and skip a cycle of that turret. And now we are on to the final boss, because we haven't collected much. So this boss has a lot more stars, which are representing the phases, so it's 6 plus 1 over there, so we have 7 phases to go through, so a few phases of bounce. Now this is the phase where she just moves around. So she has also electric ability, so I'm not too surprised that I guess she also is on the move all the time, but fortunately that's the only time it did go pretty well, so not too much of an issue. And now we have to just get through the rest of the spells. Now for the second we can jump onto her, so it's easy, there's no bullet that goes through us. And now for the final, so she should be able to only move once. Will she be nice? Yeah, she just stay over there, so that's okay. Just need to make sure that those yellow spawns aren't in, and now we are on the survival phase, so I guess I can take my time there to say thank you to the put something or insert in there not allowed or allowed events for accepting this game, which there was a bit of a surprise. It's been kind of 2 years since I had played the game last time, and I actually thought I had worked my way onto the any percent through as much as I did for the 100%, and actually it was not the case, since ever since I almost been like 3 minutes on my PB. So it's a bit of an unfortunate case. But don't worry, there's a little bit of time because of this, so I can show off a few more things, so things that we don't see and kind of funny stuff that can be happening. Because since it's very part of the project series, we just have bullets, but this is like a very low amount of bullets. And now we just sit down, we just cancel everything. Now, we could be wondering about Suwako never getting in the bosses. That's very simple, she doesn't have anything that is remotely as efficient to cancel anything, and for this spell it would just be literally impossible to just get rid of it. So Patche is always the one I use for this. I do say because I'm the only one, but yeah, that is pretty much it. So the timer will end when we will be skipping to the credits. So pretty soon, just a cutscene before this, and that's pretty nice. Yeah, it seems like I'm very much ahead of the ST bed, so up until I get booted out by the staff. It's a fun little game. always like to play it. I was thinking it should be fun to go back to this I was right. But yeah, even this time I can show off a little more things that we don't see, like the final boss, but in boss rush mode, so I don't know if I have the acceptance of the stuff for this. Okay, no problem. Thank you for watching. Oh, sorry? I think we gave this too loud for me. I don't, sorry. Hold on.